Okay, so Waka-Laka got a brand new ability, and I gotta say, it makes it pretty insane. Okay, so the first Waka-Laka I'm going to be using is a defensive support set. We're running the secret ability Mycotic, which is the brand new ability it got access to. When Waka-Laka hits the field, at the end of the turn it will set up Fungus Curse for 5 turns. And Fungus Curse will flip plant type's defensive properties when being hit by a light or dark type move, so now will be weak to light and immune to dark while Fungus Curse is active. Although for Waka-Laka specifically, because we're part plant and part mine type, we'll still be immune to dark, but light type will only be neutral against us instead of us being weak to it. And also, this ability isn't single use like Party Trick for Beneface, so you can bring Waka-Laka into the battle as many times as you like to constantly activate Mycotic. Although, you should be aware that if you bring Waka-Laka into the battle while Fungus Curse is still ongoing, it will turn it off. Then for the held item, we could probably get away with running anything defensive like a health amulet, milkshake, or pearls. But because our energy stat is very low, I think we're going to get the most usage out of energy orb to make our moves cheaper. Which, speaking about the moves, we're running photosynthesis to heal, Zip Zap will let us switch out of the battle and acts like a slow pivoter to get our fungus curse abusers onto the field for free, toxic spores will let us threaten bulky Loomians like Plasmoth that might want to switch in on Waka-Laka, and lastly, I have Psycho Blast as our strongest stab option to at least hit some things pretty down hard. Although there are some other options like Nature's Force, Life Drain, Beneface, Provoke, or even Dodge. And finally for the TPs and personalities, we're running 200 TPs in health and melee defense with a very robust personality to make us as bulky as possible on the melee side. The 68 energy TPs when paired up with an energy orb will let us use 2 photosynthesis and 4 Psycho Blasts or Zip Zaps, or we can replace a Psycho Blast or Zip Zap with 2 Toxic Spores instead. And the 32 range defense TPs are Lun leftovers, and alongside this we're running a sluggish personality with 0 speed UPs to make us as slow as possible. This will make us better at being a slow pivoter by letting Waka-Laka take a hit before using Zip Zap to safely get our offensive Loomians into the battle for free. Also, to add on to this at the very end, you could run the exact same set, but switch which defensive stat you invest into, depending on what Loomians you like to be better suited for. Although, I think the melee defensive one is generally better. Okay then, I see a plant type, so if I get Fungus Curse up, I can just spam as much light type moves as I want. Okay, I'm gonna go for the Mask lead. I'm disguising it low as Oblost, so hopefully they think it's Oblost, and I might try and get some Babs down. That's the goal. Lay stand and click Outburst, that's fine. They know this is a Mamesk now. That critical hit kinda sucks. I don't think it's really gonna matter in the long run, but I'll take some Barbs. Although actually, maybe the critical hit did matter. Maybe if I lived 2 Outbursts, I could have actually gone for the slapdown to remove the Astros's either specialty gloves or boots item? Probably one or the other, I would assume. Actually, wait. It's our speeding of a mask. That's boots. I know for a fact it is boots. Guaranteed. So because of that, I'm actually going to go into Waka-Laka. Because we're super melee bulky, I can take an Outburst very easily. And I can actually just click Zip Zap here. Because they're clearly going to switch out to prevent the Mycotic from going up, so they're trying to look for like a free turn to get rid of Babs, and they switch into a Zip Zap. We'll take that. Now I could actually go into, I mean, Chienta does outspeed Stratasaur even if it is Soul Burst until he gets a Gust off, unless it's running very nimble, but I doubt it's doing that. I want to go Nimue, but I don't really want to do that right now because I haven't got my Mycotic set up right yet. So yeah, I think this is the play. I want to go for Frost Punch. I think Radiant Rush honestly might be better. I'm going to click Radiant Rush. It'll still knock out the Stratasaur, but it doesn't just invite the Astaros back in. So yeah, Stratasaur is gone. Is that actually their only way to get rid of entry hazards? If it is, that is really good. We're going to start racking up a little bit of chip damage on that, like, Astros, for example. Foreman is also really good to like try and weaken as fast as possible. This thing is a menace. 100%. I want to go into Waka-Laka, to be honest. Is it worth it? I don't know. I'm gonna do it, because if I switch in the middle of a turn like this, my Kotick will go up at the end of the turn, and yeah, I resist that. Even though we're not range defensive, I can take that pretty well. And we're super slow, so I can just click Zip Zap again and get the heck out of here. They go for Psycho again. I mean, that's most likely gonna be Specialty Goggles. This is pretty freaking scary, not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna do something weird here. I'm gonna go Nimue just to get the Fallman under half health with a Flash and Flee. Obviously, Lushen can't switch into this either. And then we're gonna go into my Chienta, because my Chienta can't pivot. And because we put it under half health, my Chienta isn't going to lose any health. My Nimue should still be really good, because it still outspeeds the Azeroth. We're running Nimble on this, right? Yeah. So I think we should be good. We could also go Oblos, because Fallman is trapped into Psycho, so that way we can always get a trick shot off. I don't know if that's worth it. That might be overcooking it. Let's just go Chienta, and we can just get a knockout. I kind of want to click Radiant Rush again, to be honest, just so the Azeroth can't switch back in. I mean, Fallman has, like, no melee defense. If I click Radiant Rush, it should just die, I would assume. Yeah? Yeah? I'm just clicking Mega Punch, just to make sure it goes down. They do stay in low, so Fallman will go down. I will take it. That is one threatening Loomian down. I don't really have like a great switch in for that, unfortunately. And Garagolem is on the field now. This is actually still pretty scary. I should outspeed it low. Very nimble. Even if it's a nimble Gargolem, right? I always should outspeed it. So... Frost Punch? Nice. It's gonna go down to Clutch Plushie, but all that takes is one trick shot, baby. That's all I need. And I get the daze. Hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself. Damn it! Slap down? That's fine, it's power cuffs. That actually won't knock me out, so my Chienta's about to get a free knockout. Fungus Curse does end, unfortunately, so I have to go back into Waka-Laka. But do they even have Lushen? Gargolem? Azeroth? I don't think we've actually seen the last Loomian, so it could be Lushen. I'm kind of hoping it is, but even if they didn't bring it, that is still really good because they probably saw that, oh, Lushen is really bad into this team, and it forced them to not bring it. So it's kind of limiting their team, even if it doesn't inherently do anything in the battle itself. But psychology, we're playing mind games. I'm going to go for Mega Punch, even though it's resisted on a Golem, but it's just for the potential Azeroth switch in. That's fine. Now they're probably going to go Azeroth. Yep. We're most likely going to get hit with a Boiling Press, but because it's going to lock itself into that, we don't really care. The main issue is, if it is Lushen, how am I going to get Waka-Laka in against an Azeroth and a Lushen? I don't really have like any options to get it into the battle anymore. There's no point in saving Chienta low, right? Probably not. Although Obelisk can take a Boiling Press, right? We know it's boots, but it's not going to do gloves damage. And we're super bulky, so this might be fine. There's Boiling Press. Oh yeah, we're so fine. I don't think Azeroth is going to stay in. I think I'm actually going to switch into Waka-Laka here. I think they're going to withdraw, so we get Mycotica. Is it Lushen? Oh, we did it! We somehow got my Waka-Laka to do something. Okay, now all I gotta do is get Nimue on the field, and I think we click Gamma Pulse twice, and I think we win. We did it. All it took was one good prediction to get Waka-Laka back in the field. So yep, we go for Zip Zap here. They can't prevent this. I will always be slower than Lushen, even if they knock me out, which they don't. We're fine. Okay, Nimue, let's get some big damage. I think Nimue is the right decision, right? Yeah, Radiant Rush can miss and it's more expensive. I didn't actually pay attention to my Chienta's energy. maybe I couldn't even go for 2 of them. It would have been close. I probably could have, but that's fine. This is quad effective. Hey, Lashent! Bye, Lashent. Oh, that feels so good. That is such a good feeling. There's the Azeroth. The main issue now is we have to knock it out. Right? Like, we have to knock it out. No, we have Oblast, never mind. Even if I lose all my team, Oblast should just win us the game. So yeah, we just click Gamma Pulse, and that should be the battle, honestly. Oh my gosh. Waka-Laka is a pretty freaking menace. And yeah, both my light types just destroyed there. And the Waka-Laka wasn't like super like that useful. It was only like for the last turn, basically, just for that Lashent, so I could just blow through it. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. And the next Waka-Laka I'll be using is an offensive set. We're running the secret ability Mycotic, which will set up Fungus Curse. For the held item, we have a few offensive options like an Essence, a Shell, or even Specialty Goggles, but we can also run a defensive item like a Health Amulet, an Energy Orb, or in my case, a Milkshake to let us be a bulky attacker, and it can give us more opportunities to set up Fungus Curse again. For the moves, we're running Psycho Blast and Nature's Force as our strongest stab options. Gamma Pulse will let us take advantage of Fungus Curse to hit plant-type Loomians that might want to switch in on us, like Lashent, and then we have Zip Zap to pivot out of the battle. Although there are a lot of other options like Peace of Mind, Thunderstrike, Muck Blast, Life Drain, Luster Loot, Photosynthesis, Bane of Haste, or even something like a Basture if you're running Specialty Goggles. But yeah, basically there's a lot of different ways you can build a Waka-Laka. And finally, for the TPs and personality, we're running 200 range attack TPs with a very smart personality to let us hit as hard as possible. The 36 energy TPs will let us use 5 of any of our moves. And then the 200 health TPs and 64 melee defense TPs will increase our overall bulk. Okay, next battle, I do see a plant type, which is also a dark type, so yeah, Waka-Laka looks pretty decent here. Let's actually see if we bring it low. And we're actually looking really good here. We have Mind for the 2 toxic types, and the Monkey, and we have Zip Zap for the metals and the water, so yeah, Waka-Laka can hit everything on this team for super effective damage. That's pretty good. Okay, let's lead off with my mask and try and get some babs down. There's a Banoki. They might think it's Waka-Laka, so I mean, hey, they might hit me. The main issue is low. Banoki is probably gonna be either the really hard hitting one or Banana Split, and I don't know which one it is, so I kind of want to go for babs, but at the same time, I also don't. Yeah. I'm gonna go for Babs first. They actually go for the withdraw into Lashent. Okay, that's fine. If this was actually Waka-Laka, that would be pretty good because Mycotic would go up this turn and I could hit this with Gamma Pulse. So, yeah. Although now they should know it ain't Waka-Laka. But they know I have it at least. And it's actually good. I know they have a Lashent. So it's actually worth getting Mycotic set up as much as possible. For the Lashent, I kind of want to go for more Babs, but Slapdown should be fine here, just to get rid of their held item, which is most likely Health Amulet or Milkshake. Nice. And this can't pivot as well, so we know they're staying in. Slapdown. Did they not know I wasn't Waka-Laka? It looks like they didn't even bother critical thinking about it. Okay, cool. Do I fade away here, Len, and get out? I could go for more Babs as well. I have got Provoke to prevent entry hazard removal. Probably worth it. Okay, Lego into Billaforge. I don't really mind if I lose my mask, so I kind of want to just hit the Billaforge, to be honest. My Waka-Laka should be faster than Billaforge, so yeah, I'm going to go for Provoke here so they can't go for Burner. I'm assuming Burner Power Fire type move, right? Fire Breath, yeah, let's go for the knockout. That's fine. We get Waka-Laka in here. Oh! I didn't die. Did anyone say Nuller? Illyra Barbs? I'm going for it. I mean, might as well get as much damage as possible, right? On the Lashent, switching back into my Waka-Laka maybe. But yeah, there's the knockout now. Now we can go into Waka-Laka, which is actually the offensive variant. So we can put out some pretty big damage. Our range stat is pretty high. Like, yeah, we don't have like an ability to increase our damage output, but we have really good coverage. We go for Psycho, it should be enough to kill Billiforge, it's generally pretty melee bulky. But the Lashent comes out. Yeah, that might sound like a good idea at first, but I got news for you. Yeah, that didn't do much damage to you, but now you can't do anything to me. Unless you have Ice Hammer. You don't have Fade Away anymore, although I was kind of scared about it, but I forgot. I got rid of that. So yep, Ice Hammer, they have got it so they can hit me, but yeah, this Lashent is gone. The Lashent, and that's why the Milkshake kind of comes in handy. You could switch it out for a damage increasing item if you want. It's just personal preference. I wanted to try a Milkshake because that gives me more opportunities to set up my Kotick if Waka-Laka, the offensive version, doesn't seem that amazing offensively into the opponent's team. Kalen, Lego Stratosaur. This could potentially just go for Gust. I have got Zip Zap. I want to say I live a hit no matter what. So I'm just gonna pray that I do. Either they're gusting or they're hitting me with a meaty, and I mean meaty, Soul Burst move. They could also Magnify, which actually would probably be the best case scenario. I keep my Babs up, they don't do any damage to me. They might get one-shot by Zip Zap, even though Zip Zap is weak. I'm fully invested into my range attack stat and it's quite effective, so maybe? Magnify. Oh my gosh, that is probably the best thing for me. Because even if this doesn't knock it out, I go Nimue, and I outspeed it now with Boots. So, yeah. Yeah. And I have my Barbs up still. I have my Barbs up, let's go! Hey, Stratosaur! I think I just flashed and flee, right? We don't really want to turn off... Yeah, I don't really want to turn off my Kotick, so I don't really want to flash and flee into Waka-Laka. I think I just go for Gamma Pulse because I have quite a few defensive mons left, so I might as well just go for the damage, right? There's Protagon. That's fine. I have got Plasma for Protagon and Stratosaur, so I think this is just instant win now. Good damage. There's no way this is a boot user, right? Protagons are all goggles. I swear. Okay. Maybe I like battled the one person with Boots Protagon. You never know, okay? You never know. But Protagon is gone. A weird switch-in, but maybe they see Stratosaur doing more than Protagon. I think they probably did about the same, so it doesn't really matter which one they sacrificed there, but probably should have been the Stratosaur. Okay, there's the Billiforge, taking some damage from the Barbs. We don't really want to lose Nimue, but I don't think it matters. I think I just hit it. Don't I just knock it out anyway? I might. Nimue hits ridiculously hard. If I was smart, I think I did, but I think I actually lived that. But it's not stab. Yep, we're good. Okay, see you later, Billiforge. I will outspeed the Stratosaur. What is the last Loomian? I'm pretty sure it's lower than me. The only like real threatening thing was for my Nimue was the Lashent. If I didn't have my Kotick up, but it's already gone. So yeah, Waka-Laka didn't really do too much, but it's like even the offensive one clears a path for like really good light types, which right now Nimue is probably the best light type. I don't know if I would say by far. Luminami is still good. People act like it's completely fell off a cliff. It just requires Rejuvenate, so it's a little bit like easier to predict what it's going to do, but Luminami is still good. Also Chienter, I would say, is also still pretty darn good. Land Torch can just click Flare, Unga Bunga, nothing really stopping it other than just light types, which I guess was kind of the case beforehand, because of plant types don't really want to switch on for a potential Fire Breath, I guess. I'm gonna save the Nimue. I don't know if that was really worth it. They go for... Okay, so this is actually then Oh wait, did I just lock it into? I just locked it in. I locked it in Preemptive Strike. He can't do anything anymore. Oh, that is really unfortunate. This is most likely Banana Splitter, so I'm gonna go hog into Soul Burst so they can't get it up, but it doesn't matter anymore. That is most likely the game. That is probably the only time I'm gonna see normal Hogonosh's ability do something. I don't think I'm ever gonna see it activate again, to be honest. Okay, see ya later, Stratosaur. I'm not really too sure what they were expecting there, but I guess the monkey can't do anything for 3 turns. There's no point like giving me bulk up options, but I was never gonna click bulk up because Stratosaur's one shot. So yeah, just unfortunate. I got pretty lucky in this battle. Although Nimue and Waka-Laka set up my Kotick for the Lushen, there's nothing they could have really done about it. There's Banana Slam, that's fine, I should live it, and that should be the game. Also, yeah, I know Burn Up Hogonosh is weird. I'm telling you, okay, I'm not crazy. A lot of people used it against me in Season 0, and I was like, oh, I guess that's kind of cool. And when I was making this team, I was like, oh, I need an entry hazard removal, but I want to use Hogonosh, so I'm just going to use Burn Up on it, because it seemed to be pretty decent from Season 0. I had like at least 20 or 30 people using it against me, but apparently it's really bad. But it's pretty fun still.